I was sitting in the back of the bus when I noticed the water rushing across the road. Everyone started looking out the windows and pointing, their faces pressed against the glass. But Mr. Harrison kept driving straight through it without even slowing down. Sit down and stop being dramatic. This road floods every spring, he said, his voice sharp and annoyed. My phone started buzzing with emergency alerts, the vibrations insistent against my leg. I held it up in the back seat, my hand trembling slightly. Mr. Harrison, my GPS says there's dangerous flooding ahead. We should turn around. He looked in the rearview mirror and laughed, a harsh sound that made my stomach clench. Sarah, I've been driving this route for 15 years. I thought you trusted me. Put the phones away. The younger kids trusted him completely. Mr. Harrison had been our driver forever, the same familiar face every morning and afternoon. But something felt deeply wrong. The water was getting deeper, brown and angry looking, carrying branches and debris that scraped against the sides of the bus. Mr. Harrison, the water looks really deep, Tommy, a second grader, said from the front. His voice was shaking, and I could see his small hands gripping the seat in front of him. Be quiet. It's just runoff from a storm. Anyone who keeps complaining gets written up. Mr. Harrison snapped. The water kept rising past the tires, creeping higher with every second. Then I heard it, a weird grinding sound coming from under the bus. Rushing water, hitting metal. The floor beneath our feet was vibrating in a way that made my teeth chatter. I texted my older brother with shaking fingers. Did you guys take Mill Road today? He texted back immediately. No, that road is closed. Massive flooding. The bridge is out. Where are you? My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I showed the text to my friend Jake. His eyes went wide, the color draining from his face. Soon half the bus was looking at my phone, whispers spreading like wildfire. Mr. Harrison, Jake said, his voice louder now. The bridge is out ahead. This road is closed. Mr. Harrison's face turned red, veins standing out on his neck. We can't go back now. Phone's away right now. His hands are shaking on the wheel. The water was at the bottom of the windows now. Debris was floating past us, hitting the glass with hollow thuds. Tree branches scraping against the metal. Through the front windshield, I saw a road sign barely sticking out of the churning water. Bridge out 500 feet. That's when I stood up, my legs unsteady. Stop the bus. This is dangerous. Sit down or you're suspended, Mr. Harrison yelled, his voice cracking. But I didn't sit down. I ran to the emergency exit, stumbling as the bus lurched. You're going to kill us all if you don't stop. And that's when the engine died with a sputtering cough. The bus started floating, actually floating, drifting sideways toward the trees. Kids were screaming and climbing onto their seats. The little ones were crying, their faces red and wet with tears. I yanked the emergency door handle with all my strength. The alarm started blaring and the back door flew open. Water rushed in around our ankles, shockingly cold. Everyone get on the roof, I shouted over the chaos. Jake and I stood at the exit, pulling kids up one by one. Their hands were slippery and shaking. The fifth graders grabbed the kindergartners and lifted them through the opening, their faces determined despite their fear. Mr. Harrison tried to grab kids to keep them in their seats, but we pushed past him, no longer caring about respect or authority. Move! Jake yelled at him. The bus was tilting and spinning in the current. We could feel it starting to tip, the angle growing steeper. Other kids were pushing out the emergency windows, glass breaking, metal groaning. By the time we got everyone on the roof, the bus had slammed into a tree. The impact threw 2 kids in the water, but we grabbed their arms and hauled them back up. Kids were holding onto each other and sobbing, huddled together on the slippery metal roof. Mr. Harrison was the last one out. I didn't have a choice, he kept saying, his voice hollow. We could all see the bridge was completely gone. Just raging water where the road should have been. The fire department took 40 minutes to reach us. They used boats and ropes to get us off 3 at a time. 2 kindergartners got hypothermia. Tommy's asthma got so bad, they rushed him away in an ambulance. The truth came out during the investigation. Mr. Harrison had been stealing diesel fuel for 3 years, selling it for $30,000. Federal investigators were doing surprise audits that morning, and he chose that flooded road to avoid the depot. He risked 40 kids' lives to avoid getting arrested.